environment. So give it up for my good friends, Band of Outsiders.
All right, it's Mark and James from the Band of OuTSideRS.
One life is not enough for all the reasons people have. There isn't time enough to realize our dreams, sleepwalk the other stuff. One life is not enough. Everyone's situation's tight, doing all the right things, and nothing seems alright. I've been there too, I am telling you, I have tried to do what's right, but one life is not enough. One life is not enough for all the dreams that keep us awake. There isn't time enough to penetrate our private world where so much is left untouched. One life is just not enough. Sure, I'm still glad we met. It's still as good as hopeless, and that's as good as it gets. 'Cause when you ain't got time for anything, you ain't got time for regrets. And one life is just not enough. One life is not enough for all the reasons people say. You can't always get what you want, so you try sometimes and maybe get what you need, but what you need ain't enough. 'Cause one life is just not enough. One life is not enough.
Woo! All right. Wow, so if you wouldn't mind just grabbing your mic and coming real close. That was awesome.
Well, thank you.
So, Band of OuTSideRS.
Yeah.
There we go.
Like a thing in a submarine.
Yeah?
Something like that.
where? Here?
Dry docked in Brooklyn, Connecticut. I just...
Come close. Wow. Are you from Connecticut?
No, ma'am, I'm from Brooklyn.
You're from Brooklyn, born in Brooklyn?
Yes, ma'am.
Really? Because it's National Pancake Day, and we share our pancakes with people that share skeletons from their closet. So would you like to share one and be the first to try the pancake?
Share a skeleton in my closet.
Yeah.
I've done things that I would never tell anyone.
That's what we want to hear. That's exactly what we want to hear. Like, one thing is not enough, I hear. So,
May I?
yeah, well, wait, tell us.
I have to
skeleton.
develop. No, I'll say something nicer.
That's
it's not
fine.
really a skeleton. This band, the BaNd of OuTSideRS, I wasn't in the band at the time, but I went to see them once, and they played a song called Conviction. And I'm a fairly stoic guy now, and was still then, but while they were playing this song, I started crying. And I knew that I would be in that band one day, and I was.
Wow,
Yeah.
look at that. That's beautiful. Have a
Have a
pancake.
pancake.
And did you know that? Has
No.
I told you that before?
No.
Truth.
Truth.
Really? Are you gonna cry?
No.
So, did you pursue Mark?
Mark and I were roommates and in a band prior to the BaNd of OuTSideRS called The Limit.
Okay.
Then I fell out due to personal circumstances, and a few years later,
Like skeleton.
we're still friends. Yeah, some skeletons.
There you go.
I don't drink anymore. Does
Good
that
for
give you a
you.
hint?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I
More
understand.
pancakes.
Yeah, you don't look like you eat too many pancakes.
I try.
You must do the Jack LaLanne thing. Exactly.
No, but he's one of my earliest memories.
Really?
Jack LaLanne and Mahalia Jackson on TV. There you go.
There you go.
Together?
No.
Maybe drinking. So do you have a skeleton?
Well, I don't know. You know, I picked that song to play because you were running down all the lists of
Yes.
people who are no longer with us, so it seemed appropriate.
Who rang your bell?
Well, I was thinking of literally a skeleton in our closet. Was a former bass player of ours, Danny Hirsch, who passed away about long time ago.
Okay.
And sometimes think of him when we're playing that one.
Aww.
So that's one of a bunch of tunes that we've just been recording, and we've got an album coming out that's in the process of being mastered now.
So when do you plan? I know it always takes longer than it seems. So
Yes,
do you have an
that's-
estimated time of?
Do we have an estimated time?
It's
for this?
looming. It's looming.
We actually released 4 tracks on like a mini album this
And how do
spring
people
because
find
CD Baby.
Okay.
Or
BaNd
an-
of OuTSideRS.
Yeah, there's a thing out there called Sound Beach Quartet, which is the first songs off the album, and that's also on iTunes and Amazon.
Cool.
Fine online retailers.
Sound Beach
everywhere.
Quartet, BaNd of
There you go.
OuTSideRS, CD Baby.
4 songs.
Nice.
You just heard one of them.
That I like that song a lot, and you it references quite a few things within the song. I feel like besides the blatant one of the Rolling Stones. I mean, are you allowed to use that line?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, no one's
Is that
gonna-
plagiarism?
No, I think it's a poetic reference.
Yeah. So you're allowed to do
tribute.
that. Yeah.
Like-
I never know. I mean, I
Not an
don't.
imitation, but a
Good
tribute.
question.
Isn't that what they say?
I don't know. I mean, it was a direct quote.
Yes.
And I mean, it's fine with me. I don't really care. People have said, do it until you get caught, no matter what. Like get the attention, no matter how it
It's
happened.
worked for Bob Dylan for 15 years.
Well, you sounded like Bob Dylan in
Oh,
that
well.
song. Were you plagiarizing him too?
No.
I'm just kidding.
He comes after people. He sued Hootie and the Blowfish years ago for lifting a few lines out of Idiot Wind.
See, there you go. Who
Yeah.
won?
I believe he did.
So watch out, Mr. Mick Jagger might be on your butt one day. But it gets
Perish
a lot
the
of
thought.
attention.
Might not be so bad.
Exactly. I know. Then you can have a good skeleton in your closet.
At least another song.
Exactly. So how long has BaNd of OuTSideRS been together?
Back together just about 4 years. We were a band back in the 80s and made a few records. Actually, Ivan Krall from Patti Smith Group saw us play at the Mud Club one night and took us into a studio, and so we released some stuff back then. And
How cool is that? I love Mud Club. I used to go to
it's
Mud.
fun.
Yeah. Wow. Did you ever hear of the Mud Club?
I've heard of the Mud Club.
The Beverly Hillbillies never went there.
You don't know that. They might have.
Maybe
I think
Ellie
they-
Mae.
Maybe Ellie
I
Mae.
think maybe Granny. She was on Broadway.
Irene Ryan.
Yes, she was on Broadway in Pittman, so she could have definitely gone to the
She
Mud
didn't want to
Club.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Did you know Aleph at the door? Did you go to Mud a lot?
Enough.
Enough to know how much fun the bathrooms were? So can you tell me a bathroom story from the Mud Club? Then you can get a pancake. Come on.
No, I don't think I have a good bathroom story from the Mud Club.
Really? Well, where do you have a good bathroom story from?
London.
London?
Postcard.
I'll defer to you.
I'd be telling tales out of school then. There's a lot of.
Oh, I
if you
know.
check our closet, you'll hear a lot of rattling.
I'm sure.
Rattlings of so many bones.
Exactly. Back in those days, it was like a fun time. Did you have fun back then, at least?
We did for a while.
We did. We were too
Yeah,
serious
then-
for our own good, though. I think.
Oh, okay.
But we got back together 4 years ago when I got an email from Depop from Bush,
Okay.
Texas.
Love
that
him.
Laura Kennedy was in urgent need of a liver transplant. We actually used to share a rehearsal space with those guys back in the day, and we hadn't played together in forever, but as soon as I heard from Dee, I contacted everybody, and they said, yeah, we should definitely get back together and play for that. So we played that one night and had fun, and we've just kept on doing it since then.
How cool is that? I mean,
Thank you, Dee.
yeah, well, Bush Tetris,
You're
I
welcome.
mean, come on. Too Many Creeps is just classic.
Oh, yeah.
It was really categorized as that whole era, you know? It does. So, BaNd of Outsiders, when is your next gig, and how do people find you?
Next gig is November 1st at Spike Hill in Brooklyn. If anybody's
Right off the L train Bedford stop.
That's right.
You can't miss it.
can't miss it.
No excuses.
Right.
Find us on Facebook. Find us on Twitter.
And on the ReW page, you will be all over it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So is it fun, second round? Wait, what was that song? That song was like Once Is Not Enough.
One Life Is
So
Not
is
Enough.
this the second life of BaNd of Outsiders, and is it making it more enough?
That's right. This is the second life for
Yeah, yeah.
It is the
Once
second life.
wasn't enough.
And I'll tell you something, it really, it is the second life in that nobody ever thought it would happen again.
That's so
So
awesome.
we're very grateful for it.
That's so cool. Well, you guys look cool, and you know how many. So who's missing?
David Lee, who is our bass player and producer, and also studio keyboardist, and Richard Moore, the drummer, who's been there from day one.
Wow, that's amazing. So where were you born?
I was born in Holy Name Hospital in Teaneck, New Jersey, just a few miles over the GW Bridge.
Yeah, Teaneck. I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, New Jersey. I think I heard of that. No, just kidding.
It's in the United States, I think.
It's West New York, isn't it?
Something.
Yeah, exactly. It's the upper West Side, I was told. Exactly. But that's cool. So do you have any other shout outs?
I just wish Dave, Lee, and Rich were here, our brothers in arms.
Well, next
They're
time.
Great guys, and you'd love them. Probably more than us.
That's really what.
That's assuming you love us.
I do. I love you, BaNd of
I love you guys
Outsiders.
too.
I
How do you
know.
you?
Well, because I gave you food, and food is love, isn't it? So you want
They
some
say.
pancake?
Oh, sure.
Go for it. So will you come back another time
Mm-hmm.
and visit again and
Yeah.
again?
I would be happy to, thank you.
Thank you so much. BaNd of Outsiders, Mark and James.
Thank you.
Yes, we'll be back. We got a lot going on today.